TikTok teenager acts like history doesn't exist. Well, of course they would. White people were never oppressed. Ireland would like to have a word with you. On an Instagram reel about fruits starting with the first letter of your name. Original comment said raspberry. That's a berry. You're joking, right? A berry is a fruit. No, a berry is a berry and a fruit is a fruit. And a vegetal is a vegetal. What's your point? That's one way to approach the topic, I guess. Hey, I can solve the one question that scientists go to college for 12 years and work their life for. What is the origin of Earth? The Bible. Just read it. See, I saved $300,000 and avoided 12 years of school for nothing. Look, you can absolutely believe that. There is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But don't presume to be smarter than somebody else who actually knows more about the world you're f***ing sitting in than you, okay? Someone spends $300,000 to become a scientist and learn all they can about the rock we're flying through space on. You do not know more. You have your beliefs, but you do not know anything about the dirt that you live on top of, pal. Fun fact, plants are sentient. Many experiments have proven that in the past. Well, really, just look it up. Okay, just look it up, bro. Just do your research, bro. Just look it up, bro. You just gotta do your research, bro. To be fair, I can't blame that guy. I also always forget how to spell it. All right, what did we forget how to spell? It's sad how most of them died, but we don't care. I want my EV to be level 50. EV. Sorry if I'm a dork. If you want to correct someone, at least do it correctly. Actually, the coldest place ever found in the universe is in a lab because we made it as cold as possible. We've come nowhere close to making it as cold as possible. We were 0.15 Kelvin away from it in a lab. You know this information is free, right? Well, they don't care. It's that weird shady website that they have to pay $20 a month for that has the real information. Michael Gambon was in Lord of the Rings. You should watch it. He was what? I'm not aware of that. I know many of people remember him as Dumbledore, and so do I, but I remember more as Gandalf, even though it was just 3 movies. He wasn't in Lord of the Rings? He was indeed, and they're good movies that I recommend you watch. Yeah, they're great films full of a lot of good actors. Not Michael Gambon, though. Clearly, you haven't watched them in a while. I also remember him more as Gandalf, just like Christopher Lee was memorable as Tywin Lannister, not to mention Ian McKellen's portrayal of Saruman, or Charles Dance as Emperor Palpatine. You did throw down some names. Fact, God has never made a single... Oh, this f***ing guy again? Shut up. God made everything according to you. So, huh? Come on, Shuttlesworth. What the hell is going on? Pick a goddamn lane to be wrong in. Guy thinks that the Democratic and Republican parties haven't had political shifts in over 150 years. Wait till this kid finds out what party ended slavery. Wait till this guy learns about the Great Party Switch. Oh no, I follow real news. Clearly you don't, you little moron. Grammar pedant, I don't know. Can't read the dictionary. To be fair, I can't read at all. Marinated, sorry. Marinade is a verb as well as a noun. Marinated or marinaded, I don't know, as a past participle adjective is fine, albeit uncommon and probably accidental. No, the transitive verb is marinate. You're reading that wrong. Marinate is the definition of the transitive verb marinade. Marinade? I don't know. Marinate is both transitive and intransitive. That's pathetic. Just admit you were wrong. Really? He got you, so that's your response? What? Just say you're wrong so I can stop being embarrassed. My little sister asked people on Roblox if they would rather win $1 million or earn a penny that doubles every day for 30 days. This was the result. Oh, God. Y'all realize the penny doubled every day would add up to $5 million, right? No. Cap. Biggest cap I ever heard. In 50 years? Yeah, sounds better. Oh, well. You're living off passive income. Yeah, you're broke. If you can't do math, then just say that. Literally just Google it. It doubles every day for 30 days. We've all heard the story about the chessboard and the grains of rice, haven't we? You get 40K in 7 years. That's a dumb choice. If you can't math, just say that. Holy crap, you're missing a... Doesn't matter. You know what? No, you're not missing anything. You're doing it on purpose. Somebody refuses to learn junior high school astronomy. No. Nature itself and the planets and stars prove there is a master designer holding everything in place. Doesn't prove anything. If the sun was 1 inch closer to Earth, then that's not true. If it was 1 inch farther away, we would freeze. Neither of those things are true. To believe in the theory of evolution would take an incredible... Yeah, I'm sure you were continuing to be totally normal about it. The distance between the sun and the Earth changes by far more than 1 inch over a year's time. Nuh-uh. Yes, it changes by way more than an inch. Yeah, I love people that do that. They plug their ears and go, la 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 la, I can't hear you, I can't hear you, I'm right, la 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 la. It's so funny, man. You know what isn't funny, though? How awesome the new merch is over at MKShop.com, and you still haven't gone over there and used my code BOOBIN at checkout for free shipping. Just saying. Keep your phone shut off tomorrow. Government is going to send activated codes to our phones. They even recommend to turn the phone off and put it in your vehicle or outside somewhere. Phones, iPads, TVs, yep, all of them. Where did you hear this and what's the code supposed to do? I heard between 1 and 3. 5G and activate the vaccine in our system. I have heard it several places. Julie Green, His Glory, Amanda Grace, and some other places on Rumble and Telegraph. Look for October 4th. Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy. 5G was turned on, the vaccine was activated, and I became gay. Also, surprisingly enough, my balls tripled in size. I think that might have just been me, though. Pizza shrinks when cooked. This is not rocket science. People who measure their food are... Really? What are you, 12? What? No, it doesn't. It expands. Source. I worked in a pizza place for a few years, and I was a lead baker of a bakery. Dough expands when baked. Also, they don't cook, they bake. Apparently, it is rocket science when it comes to you. Yeah. Oh, man. Cross-posting from another Starfield group. I hope you're all smarter than this guy, and the 17,000 likes practically agreeing with his attempt to point out an error in grammar that happens to be correct. Okay, what exactly happened here? It's hilarious how many of you missed the issue. Second sentence, first option. Yeah, you're in no position to make demands right now. Just do as you're told. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Hang on. Wait. Sorry, a cough just came on out of nowhere. Eggs are dropped by copulation now. We need to get educated. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, so you have no control of the actions if your own body? So what then is consent if not even your body agrees? Wow. Holy crap, dude. Women have no control over their eggs. Are you a child? They sound like one. This argument makes so much more sense if he was uneducated, or so uneducated that he thought women control when eggs are released, or thought we put the eggs inside ourselves and get to choose when they're released, right? I don't think there's any hope for educating him. Upon copulation, the female egg detaches and is pushed by the Philippine tubes, the Philippines tubes, and is positioned by the... I know it's fallopian, cut me a break, man, I'm trying to be funny. And is positioned by the body, in the womb, where it attaches to the inner walls. Who needs the education here? Man, okay, wow, that's sad. You know, that's just, sometimes you gotta feel bad for some of these people. I'm very stupid, but some of these folks going through life, staying as dumb as they are on purpose the whole time, I don't know, man. It's gotta be a cursed life. Redditor says that videos can be posted in a sub that has video posts disabled. Why are video posts not enabled? Posting gameplay clips from a phone is almost impossible because you have to convert them into GIFs first. Or GIFs, I don't care. This makes no sense. You can post videos here. It only makes no sense because you don't know how to do it. Video posts are literally disabled in this sub. The videos you are seeing are GIFs. Lol. I'm not going to explain how to do it because it's funnier to me if you think it's impossible. You're a dumbass. Confidently using maths to guess when OP got Pargananant. All right, let's see. There's a 75%... Wait, wow. Let me try that again. There is a 75% chance you were made pregnant at 11 years old. That's definitely a bad thing. What? That's not how probability works in this case. It's skewed based towards older age. If you look at all 12-year-old parents, it's more likely that they're closer to 13 than 12 because of how we work as a species. Your assumption is way more true for people the age of 20 to 40. But even then, there might be some bias. God, I don't know what they're talking about. It's maths. Pregnancy lasts 9 months, and she gave birth when she was 12. She must have been made pregnant at a point between 9 months before her 12th birthday to 3 months after it. There's no assumption here at all. I don't know what either of you are talking about. My sources being, I pulled it out of my ass. It's where all my sources come from. This is Scotland. It is a part of England, according to my sources. What? People fought wars with axes to prove that's not the case. England and Scotland are separate, but both a part of Britain. And what language do they speak in Scotland? Oh, it's English, isn't it? So America is part of England too, then? Well, I don't know, man. Apparently telling the difference between the OP and a commenter's own example is hard. Well, of course it is. Am I the asshole for not approving of my Korean mother-in-law walking my daughter to school? I have a rambunctious, adorable 6-year-old, Jane, not her real name. I am white, but my wife is Korean-Canadian. As a Korean-American who knows a lot of non-POC marrying a POC, this is nothing new. So many people, especially men, expect Asian women to be submissive, quiet, dutiful, etc., and not express their culture. It's really gross. I even had a boss who told me his Chinese wife was his ideal woman, as she's slim and beautiful even at 60. I almost threw up when he said that. Did he specifically emphasize the Chinese part, or were you simply aware she happens to be Chinese? Just saying that his wife is his ideal woman because she's slim and beautiful at 60 alone doesn't seem particularly racist. I'm on board with everything else you said, though. Edit. Per clarification in below comment, yeah, he's a fetishist. What? What's going on? He specifically said his Chinese wife. Well, yeah, he's a asshole then. Fetishist asshole then. Wow, he literally did not. Korean Canadian. Reading comprehension is a good thing. Reread what the comment was replying to, and the ones above, and you'll realize you probably shouldn't be handing out advice. Red guy thinks the word haikus consists of 3 syllables. What? Haiku. Okay. Haikus are easy, but sometimes they don't make sense. Refrigerator. This made me laugh more than it should have. You have too many syllables in the first line. Haiku is technically 3. Haikus are easy. Haikus are easy. Haiku consists of 3 syllables. I don't know about that one. This was in the comments of a video about glasses that convert spoken words into closed captions for deaf people. Oh, I bet this is going to be great. But if the person is deaf, how will they know what the words mean? Because they wouldn't understand a language. Deaf people can read. Yeah, but how do they know what the words mean? How do you know what the words mean? Because it was explained to me in words that I could hear. Well, to deaf people, it's explained in their native language, their region's sign language. Interest, you do realize I'm talking about someone who is born deaf? I don't think you realize anything at all. Confident comment on a listicle about people saying ignorant things. I'm sorry, but number 5 is just as dumb. We live in America, where Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday. It's an American holiday, babes. Aw, American education at work, y'all. Oh my god. I love how you're so confident in your idiocy. Multiple countries celebrate Thanksgiving. Oh honey, it's also a Canadian holiday where it's always on a Monday. Specifying that they were American was, in fact, relevant. Fossils don't exist. Paleontology hot take, they're just rocks. They always were, they're just cool rocks. Fossils are naturally occurring rock formations, and the idea that they are the cement casts of some group of giant birds and weird lobster things is ridiculous. The rocks just did that. Glyptodons and thylacines might have existed. No, you see, those rocks are proof that they did. Can you solve this? 90% fail to answer. We've got 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus... I'm not going to read that. That's stupid as hell. 2. Everything before times 0 is irrelevant. Simple rule of math. That's why the answer is 2. Okay, I mean, I don't care. Apparently, All Hallows Eve has Mexican origins despite predating New World immigration. What? Halloween is Irish, so all Irish songs are Halloween-themed to me. All Hallows Eve originates from Dia de los Muertos, the Mexican Day of the Dead. And what? Doesn't originate from that? What? And where is Samhain from? Legend. All over Europe. But as I've explained, Dios de los Muertos is Mexican. So yeah, we know that. We all went to school. We all went to elementary school and watched TV. We know what Dios de los Muertos is, okay? We know. Quit saying it completely like that as though you're teaching us something. You're not. We know what it is. So Europe and South America combined to create Halloween. Therefore, it's not an Irish celebration. The end. What the hell? You know what? Life's too short. I'll just die now. When you cannot tell the difference between Homo sapiens and primates, and also write Homo sapiens wrong. Yes and no. Humans are in the category of Homo sapiens, but not all Homo sapiens are human. It's just the group. Lemurs, primates, apes, etc. are all Homo sapiens. Recently, facial bones were found in Europe 1.5 million years old, predating any known existence of human presence in Africa. Just because there's more evidence in one place doesn't mean that the other evidence is discredited. What are you talking about? 5 times the world population. Ariana Grande is now the female artist with the most monthly Spotify listeners, with over 38.9 million. More than 5 times the world population. She did that. Why do I feel like that number's... It's not low, but why do I feel like that's low? Because she's a humongous name, one of the biggest in the business. Why does 38.9 million feel low in comparison to... All right, well, you know what? That question sort of answers itself. It's just I've seen a lot that get up into the 50, 60, 70 million range. It's just that, really? Anyway, this is probably old. I didn't even bother to look at the date, because there isn't one, but it was probably a while ago. I didn't censor enough last time. UK is a group of countries. Wrong. No, it's not, or that'd be called a continent. Holy shit. No, it's not. It is, dipshit. A guy who claims to be almost done with his engineering degree thinks the ancient Egyptians were more advanced than us. Why? Because they knew how to stack some rocks? We would be able to figure out a way to stack rocks too. Bruh, we don't have equipment today that can cut a block that big, that symmetrical. Have you looked at those damn rocks? They weren't looking very symmetrical. The pottery they have found is also more symmetric than any pottery we have today. If we're miles ahead in engineering, then explain how they were better at making giant squares and small pottery. By the way, I'll have my engineering degree in a semester. You're lying. You just threw that one in there so that it could seem like you knew what you were talking about. Like, This argument's about engineering of some kind. What if I just pretended that I was almost done with a full-on engineering degree of some kind? That'll make me more valid. We all know that nobody ever mistakes someone's sexuality. Unfortunately, no. Most people had gotten used to the woke culture of NPCs jarringly announcing their sexuality in RPGs, like even in Pathfinder, which is miles better than BG3. Early in the first act, you have Irabeth and Anavan, or whatever, announcing their lesbian marriage to you in an unavoidable cutscene. But BG3 decided it'd be even more progressive to take things a step further and get you involved in the homosexuality. Regardless of what any gaslighters might say, big word for such a small idiot, we all know this doesn't happen in the real world. Gay men just recognize each other with all the subtle signals people send out. They very rarely make mistakes and Okay, it's been proven in countless studies that humans have an almost sixth sense for determining each other's sexuality, but some of the woke crowd find that fact offensive for some bizarre reason. No, you don't have a gaydar. That's not a thing. No matter how obvious you think someone is being, you're probably wrong because you ain't that guy. You're not the main character. You're not smarter than everybody. You're not more important than everybody. You are absolutely nothing. Quit pretending like you're the anime star here. You're not. You don't have a sixth sense. That's not something that exists, dip. Lazio might be a team in Italy, but it's still in Spain. I know I didn't say that word right. And thanks for finding common ground. Sometimes we just agree to disagree. How is it in Spain? You're talking about a region around Rome? The Rome as in Roman Empire, the Eternal City, Roma Eterna, where Vatican is located, the capital of Italy? Well, it's a part of Italy, and Italy is a part of Spain, which is a part of Europe. What? Okay, but they're both still in Europe. That's like saying California and Texas are different countries. No, it's not. It's not your. Wait, hold on. To be honest, they really do know what they are doing because they never get it right. Just like you cannot get your spelling right. It's no, not no. Have you read your response? It's you can't get you are, not okay. Wow, guys. I'm in archaeology class, and they just explained it's really hard to know the sex of someone based on their skeleton. Bones need to be well conserved enough. It might be different whether the person had a child or not. The difference itself is very subtle, etc. Archaeology don't do with skeletons. Paleontology does. I wish I had the confidence in spouting incorrect information that you have. I wish you had any confidence at all to proof something wrong. I mean, it's just a simple search. It's not that hard. I wonder. Right. Well, they're in school, and you sit at your computer all day, so who's more trustworthy here? Ah, yes, apparently genetic engineering already existed 1,700 years ago, and explains why there are statues of mythological creatures. That could suggest genetic engineering. It only suggests that ancient people had a rich mythology, legends, and folklore. Obviously, the ancient Greeks didn't have genetic engineering, when mythical creatures such as the Minotaur, satyrs, or is it satyrs? Or centaurs was mentioned in their mythology. Well, some events in a long passage of time could become a legend. There's no archaeological or historical evidence for the existence of mythological creatures. Like fiction or fantasy movies, TV, shows, and books of the day, they are basically works of imagination. It could be fiction to your mind. You're the one here who clearly doesn't know how to distinguish the difference between mythology and historical fact. Of course they don't. Of course they don't. 2,700-year-old unearthed in Iraq. A dig in northern Iraq has unearthed a 2,700-year-old alabaster sculpture of the winged Assyrian deity Lamassu, characterized by a human head, the body of a bull, and the wings of a bird. What? Pretending to be stupid like the rest of us. Grandma fell down the stairs. Why'd you take a photo? None of you guys gonna realize it was the same person that was commenting to herself, asking why did she take a photo? But I'm just gonna pretend like I'm stupid, just like the rest of you. That means she saw the response. Trying to be condescending in a fairly detail-oriented sub. Regenerate is reaction after the creature is already destroyed, not an anticipatory action. 1. Creature takes lethal damage and pending trip to the graveyard. 2. Activate regeneration. Reading the card explains the card. Parenthesis, text explains how it works. Ugh, sucks to tell people reading the card explains the card and then being completely wrong, huh? Reading the card explains the card. The next time it would be destroyed. What part of you makes you think it would be activated after a card is destroyed? I don't know what they're talking about either. Person insists TMNT used to be called Super Ninja Turtles. What? Super Ninja Turtles? Have you ever seen the first comic? When did the world get 7 continents? There are 5 rings on the Olympic flag for the number of continent. What are the new twop? Maybe you should check your geography book. There are 7 continents. No, there are 5. Asia, Europe, Africa, America, and Australia. You need to know your geography before you correct others, fool. Okay. Insisting that a dessert that happens to be colored like the rainbow is pride-themed. Okay. Me thinking you become gay by eating this. It's literally a pride flag. Sorry, but the rainbow doesn't belong to LGBTQ. Yes, I know, but the pride flag does. It has more colors, 8 to be precise, whereas the rainbow has 7. Or maybe they like brightly colored desserts? Not everything has to be about LGBT. Okay, stuck to be you. It's literally in the right order and everything. It's literally a pride flag, and I didn't say everything has to do with them. Y'all get so mad when people shove straight stuff down your throat, but insist a dessert must be a pride flag. Pick a struggle. Hey, I'm Indonesian. And this phrase has no connection with LGBT+. It's a colorful dessert, not a rights flag. So please don't shove your It's Pride flag dessert if you don't know what it is. Okay. Person thinks they know better than the native speakers. Tell me, which sounds more natural? Oh, someone left their phone here. I wonder where they went. We should go find them. Or, oh, someone left his or her phone here. I wonder. It's funny because that's not how this works at all. No, what? Someone left his or her phone here. It's funny because literally no one talks like that. The phrase you said before sounds a lot more normal to me. Do you see? Even when you're using they, them, you're referring to he or she. I'm making the point that they, them can be singular when you don't know the person's gender, just as when they don't identify as one or the other. You mean somebody. English is my 4th language, and it seems I understand it better than you. Time isn't real, and heat causes time dilation. Time's not real. It's just a social construct. You wouldn't want high BTU on your AC. That'd be a heater? BTU is still the use of measurement for air conditioners. It's the amount of energy it requires to remove the heat from an area. Cold doesn't exist. It's an absence of heat. So time isn't real either? It's just a measure? Well, not exactly. Time doesn't require energy to move from one thermal state to another. Cringe. This guy doesn't know about heat's effect on time dilation? Clearly, I'm talking to someone who hasn't studied entropy beyond the 16th grade. What? Saw this interaction today. He just highlighted the part of the sentence he liked and ignored the rest. Of course he did. Why wouldn't they do that? Learn English first. English. Big nerd faces. Oh, let's see. Oh, yep, check that out. Isn't that just adorable? Oh, that's so adorable. Although people writing blah blah can't even read that. Jeez. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Going for a copy-paste that proves yourself wrong. Oh, if they could read, they would probably be embarrassed. Flaring is when you go down the runway and back wheels to aero brake. No, it isn't. The flare follows the final approach phase and precedes the touchdown and rollout phase of landing. In the flare, the nose of the plane is raised, slowing the descent rate and therefore creating a softer touchdown, and the proper altitude is set for touchdown. In the case of tailwind landing gear-equipped aircraft, the altitude is set for touchdown on the main, front landing gear first. In the case of tricycle gear-equipped aircraft, the attitude is set for touchdown on the main, rear landing gear. I love that you took the time to find something, copy-paste it, and prove yourself wrong. It's called malnutrition, sweaty. Wait, is it? Women aren't even supposed to have menstrual cycles. This is your womb cleaning itself monthly from all the acidic foods, neurotoxins, and radiation we endure on a daily basis. How come men don't need to get those out of their bodies? What do we just pee it out? Or is that why we die younger? What's the deal here? Alkaline vegans and fruitarians barely ever menstruate. Wow. For all y'all white recessive females in my DMs that contain... Nethernatal DNA, I cannot speak for you beings, but my ancient African ancestors did not menstruate. This is something that did not occur until recently due to the amount of acidic toxins we breathe in and consume every day. Okay, hun. Ethanol is definitely not toxic. Famous last words. What? Alcohol is toxic too. The document you posted basically says it's caustic. Nothing about acute toxicity. Many pure drugs are caustic and bad if they get into your eyes. Ethanol is definitely not toxic. Just read before you make posts like that. What? How is ethanol not toxic? It's hepatotoxic. Hepatotoxic? I don't know. Neurotoxic and much, much more. Apparently, Vegas doesn't adjust lines. Who knew you could make bank with this one easy trick? I didn't. Wait, what are we talking about? No, it most certainly is not. 7 wins on the season is more than our Vegas projection was before the season started, and we're a much worse team than we're projected to be, even before losing our 2 best players. Most outlets have us at the bottom 5 teams in the NFL right now, and for very good reason. If you want to double down on being wrong, go for it, but basically every sportsbook has our current win total under at 6.5. That's 5 to 6 more wins depending on which side you want to take, and both are at -1. None of this makes any sense. None of this means anything to me. They are not speaking English. Win props aren't updated What? We were given a 6.5 line in the summer and have cratered since then. We're favorites in 2 games the remainder of the season. Yes, they are. Clearly not worth continuing this since you're just going to be confidently incorrect.